Welcome back guys, and today we are here with a new deck, and this is one that kind of came out of left field for me. This is a I'm sorry, I kind of paused there as I was in shock, but this is a Valor and Akros deck, which is something I thought I'd never see again, especially in a competitive sense. But Valor and Akros is a card in Origins that was kind of okay. It wasn't really like, I mean, people build decks with it, but it wasn't really like ever top tier, even back in Origins. So you're thinking with like the insane power creep which we've had in Duels, since Kaladesh especially, that this card would just kind of be one of these bulk uncommons which no one never sees the light of day. But this deck actually ended up getting some ridiculous buffs from Kaladesh. And I mean, if you talk about all the amazing cards this deck got, Karizev, Aether Chaser. So this deck really needed 2-drops, that was the important thing. When you're playing Dragon Fodder as your 2-drop, even back then it was mediocre. But these things are both very, very good. Karizev makes token, Aether Chaser makes tokens. So that they were both huge, exactly what this deck needed. 6 very powerful 2-drops. And then you go a bit further on, you realise we got stuff like PNLR again. 3-drops were also kind of an issue. You only really had Thopter Engineer, which was the only really good one. And then now you've got PNLR, so that was another buff. Master Trinket, I don't think this card's like absolutely amazing, but again, it's not bad in this deck, so again, another slight buff. And then of course, you get onto the main haymakers in SRAM's Expertise and Angel Innovation, or Invention, I call it Innovation all the time. And these things just are absolutely haymakers in this deck. Like, literally, you can have a SRAM's Expertise with a Thopter Engineer. That's kind of the combo with this deck. If you have a SRAM's Expertise plus Thopter Engineer, you can pretty much kill on turn 5 with a Valor and Akros on the field. I can't work out exactly how many triggers it is, but I think it's you attack with like 5 power creatures or something like that. So if your opponent's not ready for that out of nowhere, by the way, all you'd have on the board is a Valor and Akros. Then they're dead on the board. I actually had a game versus a good player, Spawn Shadai, or Spawn Shady, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Oh, my curve, he was playing a fairly slow deck, but I mean, actually he was on Green Black Snake actually. And my turn 4 went Valor and Akros, turn 5 was Valor and Akros, and then turn 6 was Shrams into Software Engineer. I just killed him out of nowhere. Like, I didn't play a single spell before turn 4. And I'm an aggro deck, and he was beating me down with like a Copter and obviously the Snake, and he just didn't stand a chance. So that combo just wins the game out of nowhere, and this deck has got legs. Kryder took it to the tournament, and he's doing well, I think he's 2-0 right now. So I was very surprised. I didn't think this deck was... I didn't think about this deck at all coming into Aether Revolt, but it just got a lot of the toys it needed. And yeah, so I mean, for those of you who, I guess I'll zoom in on Valor and Akros. So basically the whole deck is built around this card, and then running a lot of tokeny creatures, like creatures that make more than one creature, basically, so you can get like +2/+2 at the worst and stuff like that. And it just gets very, very out of hand very quickly. And then we also run a couple borrowed graces if the Valors don't show up. It's kind of mostly, you're never really going to escalate it, but it's mostly for the +2/+0, but you never know if they've got like a Kozilek's Return or a Radiant Flames. Maybe you can blow them out with that. But yeah, that's really the deck. Not really too much else to say. I kind of just want to get some games with it, see how it does on the ladder. I've played a lot of games against, well, not a lot of games. I've played some games against friends with it, and it's been impressive. I have been a fan of the deck. I've done a lot of Boros, I realised, this season. I've done Boros Double Strike, and I've done Vehicles, so this might be the last variation of Boros aggro I can get away with, but we will see how it does against the ladder. I think I'm still relatively middle ladder, like around 26, I think. Have been doing okay on the ladder. I don't think I've lost in a while. Let's jinx it right now. And yeah, 26. And he is on the play, which is kind of unfortunate, but if we get a decent hand, it won't be the end of the world. This is a decent hand. Carries Ev into Selfless Spirit would be nice. And then, like, this Carries Ev is obviously fantastic in this deck because you can play a Valor and then you can attack with the Karizev, and then you get basically the Valor gets benefit straight away, which is really nice. You can get the same thing with Aether Chaser and Handweir Garrison. So Valor is not actually a 4-mana do nothing enchantment sometimes, which is a rare sight indeed. But our opponent is led with a Woodland Cemetery. and they are playing Abzan, or maybe they're playing some more colours, we don't know yet. But hopefully they're playing some creatures, because we do have a fair bit of removal going on here with collective effort plus Declaration Stone. So hopefully they're not like the Planeswalker deck, let's put it that way. Fatal Push. Okay, they are definitely the Planeswalker deck. We're gonna get crushed here. We don't really have the hand for it, to be brutally honest. I would need to draw like Valor and Akros into like P and Kieran or something to feel comfortable. At least they're not dropping a turn 3 Liliana at the very least. Okay, never mind, they're not a Planeswalker deck. Maybe they're like Abzan Aristocrats. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm assuming now. Kind of regret not leading with the Selfless Spirit. I do like Karizev, but unfortunately you can't always get what you want. And next turn maybe we can, if he plays like a 4-power creature, maybe we can Collective Effort plus Killer's Enchantment plus Killer's Creature, which would be fantastic. Like if he goes Woodland Wanderer here, we can just absolutely blow him out. But if he's playing Aristocrats, I highly doubt he's going to be playing Woodland Wanderer. But you never know, maybe he play. I'm trying to think of a 4-power creature he could play. That is not it. The question is Evolutionary Leap worth just killing? Or should I just let him have it? I mean, we attack here. I think it is worth killing. If he plays like double creature, Declaration Stone gets a lot worse if he has Evolution. And I realise that thing has reach, so that was kind of forgot about that, but I guess it doesn't matter too much in the end. Destroy target enchantment. And I'm fine with that trade actually. He doesn't get to Evolution now, although we have basically an empty hand. Although double Declaration Stone against shouldn't be too bad. In worst case, we can crack him with the land next turn. But yeah, I would not be upset not seeing another land this game, let's put it that way. Okay, there is okay, maybe he's like a Revolt, Abzan Revolt, so... Well, I'm fine with that, we just get, I mean yeah, he gets the token, but that 5/6 dies instantly because he tapped out for it as well, he can't even bounce it. Yeah, so... Okay, that's actually like one of the best draws in our deck right now, because we can Declaration plus a Hanwir Garrison here. So he's down to 1 card in hand, although he does have the clue, so he can trigger Revolt basically. So Fatal Push does kill our Hanwir Garrison here, but if he doesn't have anything, Hanwir Garrison's the kind of card that takes over the game with an attack or two. So yeah, so as long as he doesn't hit Fatal Push, and he does not, okay, so we should really run away with this game quite quickly now. PNLR or Needle Spires? I think Needle Spires. We basically get to crack him for like 10 damage this turn, which is I think we can put him on a 2-turn clock this way, which is nice. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8, and then yeah, we can actually nearly pretty much 2-turn clock him, which is nice. Obviously, he can now start activating like Westvale Abbey, but if he takes his entire turn just to develop a chump blocker, I'm not going to be too upset. So, and 5 squares is left, which means, well, 6 squares. I think actually I can't count; they're too small for me. So there's a Gifted Aether. Well, that's not too bad for him, although we do just get a Declaration Stone now. So, Master Trinket, yeah, you could. We will attack. Yeah, like this is like the power of Hanwir Garrison. If your opponent cannot remove it, it's slow, it's clunky, it doesn't have a battlefield effect. But that's all means nothing, because if your opponent cannot remove it, they just lose. I'm gonna play out the PNLR, and because if he does have a sweeper, which I'm pretty skeptical of if his deck is running sweepers. But if he does have the sweeper, then Master Trinket is a good follow-up. And this means if he plays like a Gisela or something, we can punch through. Okay, he's passing back, so I mean it's going to be a fog, I think, at this point. He's going to attack. But yeah, so It was a slow start for us, a very slow start. That was not the ideal draw, but we managed to... our opponent kind of drew dead there at the end, which was unfortunate. They didn't manage to really pile the pressure on, and then Henry Garrison just took over the game as it does. So no Valor that game, but as you can imagine, it would have been pretty insane if it turned up. If it turned up after the Henry Garrison. So nice little quick one to start things off with, a confidence booster. And yeah. Abzan, I think that was an Abzan Revolt deck. Don't think it was an Aristocrats deck, but at the same time, Evo Leap kind of requires tokens. Evo Leap is a card I thought might have a bit more use after Kaladesh, but it's so slow. I honestly prefer Hidden Stockpile, and that's an interesting choice. I really don't think the cards are that. I don't know. I just really like Hidden Stockpile, and I'm not a fan of Evo Leap. But we have found someone who's stolen my avatar. But he's went for a more jovial green background instead of the dark caves of mine. Hopefully we get to be on the play. Hopefully we just get an absurd draw. I really want to show like this deck going nuts on camera, but we're playing on the Plague, on the draw again against a Giovanni, whatever it was, and 1 lander. 6 lander. Okay, this will have to do. This isn't the worst hand in the world, it's nothing exciting, but it's not the worst hand in the world. We do get to hold up Shock turn 1, and then, okay, our mana's pretty decent now, so... hopefully we draw some creatures, etc, that we can get somewhere from now. Okay, mono green so far, they have not played a creature. I would have liked to be able to shock it, just to use my mana for the turn, but... maybe we can collective effort plus... get collective effort value here if he like plays. I don't know, what could he play? Talus Track. Okay, I'm absolutely fine. That is the biggest shock fodder in the world right now. You can't block either, so yep, I'm fine with that. Why do we keep drawing all our control cards? I feel like I'm playing red-white control right now. So at least we have the Borrowed Grace to get some potential damage in if we do start drawing creatures. So, one of the best shocks ever cast in Duels, and we'll pass the turn back. I mean, obviously the game's not over. Yeah, it's just one shock or anything, but it does feel nice, and it's not like we can use this extra mana, but I think it's better than using a Declaration of Stone or a like Borrowed Grace to try and blow him out in combat. Mono green ramp, so I can see why he did play out the tracker turn 3. It was worth the risk if he's following it up with an explosive vegetation. But we are really not putting too much pressure on our opponent right now. We could get in for 7 damage here if we wanted. Obviously we're not going to yet, that's a bit premature. We do have a lot of removal if he plays a big fatty, but the problem is if he plays a Guy's Revenge or worse, a Plated Crusher. I think we're just dead. We cannot really interact with that, and our creatures aren't big enough to blow it out in combat. So we're kind of hoping for like a Uvenwald Hydra, Oblivion Soul. I'm happy with that. That's what he exiles. He gets no lands. He gets a... wow, that's a stacked rip he stole from us there. Pretty unfortunate. That's a good draw. That's a great draw actually. We can now actually. I mean. I could collective effort, but I think I like this line slightly better because we get to make another token now. And if he's on mono green ramp, then he's not going to be running sweepers. But he stole a lot of our good cards there. Yes, I'll pay 2. What did he steal from us? He stole a Thopter Engineer, a Gideon, an Angel of Intervention, and a Handweir Garrison. But he's actually dead on board to the Borrowed Grace. 4, 7... 4, 7, 11. Yeah, he's dead on board if he taps out here. If we rip a land, if he does nothing this turn, obviously that's unlikely. But we do have the collective effort, so we can force a lot of damage. Woodland Bellower. I'd actually wouldn't mind ripping a white source off the top. He's gonna get a Sylvan Advocate here most likely. Maybe a Talus Tracker. Yep. this. Okay, so we can collective effort, put a counter on each of our creatures, and kill it. If we'd ripped a white, we just won this turn, I think, but we could attack. He most likely... No, we can't attack. I think the key is to just collective effort this turn away. So do this, finish, kill you. I'll get all the counters. I'll tap a servo. And unfortunately we can't attack this turn, but we're not out of it yet. We do have the Borrowed Grace, so we can attack next turn with the 3/2s. Borrowed Grace, and we actually eat that Sylvan Advocate. But obviously, and we do have the Decoration Stone, but he is in the stage where he is playing a ramp deck, where his creatures are generally going to be a bit more valuable than ours. But the Nissa's Pilgrimage gives me hope here. That means he's maybe not running another big bomb. So if we rip a white source, we can... I mean, we don't even need a white source right now. I'm fine with that. Can we kill him here? 4. See, we're not blocking. No, we can't kill him because that thing doesn't have vigilance. Okay. So we Declaration into... Okay, that's the white source we wanted. Okay. So we can... How much is this for? 4... 9, 13. So if he doesn't block, he's dead. But he's obviously going to block. But I mean, that doesn't change our play right now. Declaration U, and then we attack. And then we'll see what he wants to do. I think we do throw off one Borrowed Grace here, even if he does block, because that would allow us to hopefully force through those last points of damage. Yeah. So we can get in for 8 here actually. Is it worth going for? I actually don't think it is, because maybe we can like Borrowed Grace and merge or something. But he's got a lot of cards, so things could get a bit rough here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can't Ulamog yet though, which would just end the game. But pretty much every draw in our deck is live right now, apart from ironically Valor and Akros. Because if we draw land, then we can double Borrowed Grace. If we and obviously creatures was pretty good for us. Guys are end up fine with that. He's gonna have to trade it off. So yeah. See if he attacks us. That would be suicide. Yeah, of course he's not attacking us. But Karizev's a fantastic draw. So we're just gonna attack. Yeah, he's gonna probably block the Aether Chaser, and then we can Borrowed Grace. We don't even lose our Aether Chaser because of first strike. Yep. So this works out perfectly. Yeah. But I think we would have had lethal if we went for it last turn. So we do. If he does stage a comeback at this point. Okay, apparently I can't do maths. So how did he get down to? I don't know. I can't do maths. So, but either way, it worked out. I'm the best player in the world. That's all that matters. And yeah, I don't know how. I didn't work out that I did 8 damage there, but that was fairly embarrassing. But we did win, so we will move on and pretend that we calculated that. I don't know. I was kind of tunnel visioned on playing the Karizev and then having the second Borrowed Grace. I don't know. We did die essentially with the we did win with the second one still sitting in our hand, so maybe we should have went for a last turn. But I digress. Mono green ramp obviously doesn't run too much removal, which is pretty good for our kind of deck. And although they did play some pretty intense bombs, Oblivion Sower into Woodland Bellower. The Morning Star, I recognise the name, but I can't put a face. I think this is Gemini. I think this is Gemini. I do recognise. I'm gonna peer online just so I can. If he wants to talk to me, I can give him some shit. That's brilliant. Yeah, this is definitely Gemini. He's online right now. So this is... Yep, he says lol. recording. Haha. So all the pressure's on Gemini. He's playing his werewolf deck, which is what he's took to the tournament. We are absolutely going to shock that. But yeah. So this is Gemini. He was a very good player, so this should be at very least a high quality match. He is 2-0 in the tournaments right now. So with his werewolf deck, nonetheless, which is quite an achievement in itself. But we will do our best to Aether Chaser him out of this game. He says, I hope I hit the 3rd land drop before the world sees me like this. And that's actually like the best creature he could have played, even if he's going to miss his land drop here, which he has. We can't attack into that easily. Borrowed Grace eventually will get the job done, but unfortunately right now we're sitting there on defense, which isn't where we wanted to be. That's really unfortunate, actually. Valor and Akros is our best draw next turn. Is by far, it's our best draw next turn. But it's always been the best draw. You know what I mean? Okay, so it looks like we are very pacifists versus chasers right now. I hope he has the 3rd one, because I've got the 3rd one sitting right here. Fortunately, more land. I think we can get greedy. We'll play the last one out, and then we can go for the Borrowed Grace next turn. So please play the 3rd one. I think that would be you had to ruin it by drawing the land. Silverfur Partisan is a very, very explosive card, so we do have to be careful of that. Collective effort. What does that do for us here? We can put the counters on our creature, and then we can attack in. And then we can basically trade Pacifist for... And we'll make a bunch of servos, and then we can Borrowed Grace. So yeah, I like this. Because the next turn, like, you can do some trading here if he wants. But we get to make 3 servos here, and we have the Borrowed Grace to follow it up with. So I am fine with this, how this turn event goes. I could be really like try hard and look up his deck list, but he doesn't know mine, so I don't think that's fair. And he's taking the damage, so please God don't have any removal, and then we just win this game. I'm very worried though, because any combat tricks he has, he makes wolves with this thing. This thing is pretty much essential for the wolf deck. But now we get to go nuts here. Yes, he gets to flip his creatures here, but we get to follow it with a Borrowed Grace. So, Valor and Akros. I think the Borrowed Grace is the play. Overplaying a Valor and Akros. Yeah, you can play that all he wants. We get to go off here. I wish we had some energy, and then Valor and Akros would have been insane. Like, if we didn't attack last turn, we could just win this game, I think. Nah, we wouldn't have won the game, but it would have been close. But we do essentially win here, because we're going to wipe his field, and then yeah, so there's actually no point like escalating this, so we might as well just do it for the +2. Just like maybe he's scared of like a shock or something, but we get to eat his entire field, and we win. So yeah, get wrecked, Gemini. Get good at this game, you casual. Draw your lands next time. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you later. Nah, I'm not going to end it like that, just in case someone takes me seriously. But yeah, so that was Valor and Akros. We did not actually cast a single Valor and Akros, but trust me, it is a very good card. We didn't see Shram's Expertise, we didn't see Thought Engineer. Trust me, the combo is very, very good. And yeah, I wish I could draw it, obviously, and when it was valuable at least. But trust me, this deck has legs, it is very scary, and it is a powerful deck. So thank you guys for watching. Actually, I'll tell you what Gemini is saying, just in case he's defending himself. Okay, no, he's not. He's just talking about the game. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.